And we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Giants and the Eagles coming up next.
Well, the skies are clear, the sun is out, but don't be deceived. There's a big-time nip in the air on this crisp autumn day at Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, our ball game here featuring a couple of young quarterbacks a lot of people have their eye on. Daniel Jones of the Giants, Jalen Hurts of the Eagles.
Yeah, Brandon, we're starting to see some of the old guard moving on. Guys like Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning. And in their place, there have been some dynamic young guys who have come into the league, not just this year, but the last 3 or 4 years in particular. They've really changed the quarterback position. And I think both of these guys fit into that category. Youth is being served.
Kicker Graham Gano set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. On first down, Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Hurts to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now,
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And put at the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Riley Dixon now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick.
Let's go!
So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for the Giants. And I don't think you'll see much that's next-gen in these numbers. 0 total rushing yards through 2 quarters of play that will not get it done. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it in a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw is Jones. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. "36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, they run with Howard. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hurts a handoff to Sanders, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Another run here with Sanders. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout. But still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in